In this video series, we are talking about practical ways to live out light in your business. Light is a way to proactively make decisions out of love, integrity, gratitude, humble service and transformative excellence, and to apply this thinking and this attitude as you pursue your short-term, medium, long-term and internal goals in your business. This playlist specifically is talking about how to apply and practical ways to live out biblical love through your actions in your business. In this video, we're going to talk about one idea, which is an interesting one that I came across, and that is to ask one question that you don't need to ask. This is an interesting one, but when we dig a little bit below the surface, it's actually a really good thing to do. And this asking a question that you don't need to ask, this would be something where you are trying to learn more about the person you're interacting with as a person. You're trying to learn more about their family, their background, how you can help them. You can ask people for their honest feedback on the way that you are as a leader in your team, or as a way that you are performing a service to them, and you can ask for feedback and then to implement it. There's a whole different bunch of different ways that you can do this, but this kind of ties down to going the extra mile for someone in whether it's service that you're doing with them as part of a contract, or whether it's the way that you are treating people that are working as part of your team. One way that I can explain how you could do this in your business, and I'm just kind of thinking here a little bit, because it's kind of a way that I'm trying to do my business as well, but it's kind of difficult when you're trying to do the best for the person that you're interacting with in a way that's also efficient, because most people that you interact with in terms of operating your business are probably not going to become your clients or long-term relationships, and this is something that I've experienced all as freelancers, from a marketing agency, and now with Kingdom Impact Lab, that unfortunately the majority of people are not going to connect with you as much, and so it's wildly inefficient to try to focus your attention on every single person that you interact with if they are not receptive to the way that you are interacting with them. So the point is that one way that you could apply asking a question that you don't need to ask, or this concept in general, would be if you have a 1 hour call scheduled with someone, and this especially is a paid call where someone are paying you for your services, for consulting, for coaching, for whatever it is, you could schedule in an extra 10 minutes to the call on your calendar, or even better, you could just start the call 10 minutes earlier if possible, and you would use that 10 minutes to get to know them, to have small talk, to learn more about them, to ask about the family, the spouse, the kids, and then, as I mentioned in one of the previous videos, you then keep a profile and you remember the spouse's name, you remember the kid's name, you remember the milestones in their life and all these things. So then when you open the profile up on your computer, you instantly remember all of these things. And then as you're interacting with them and asking about these things, and using their family's name and remembering these milestones, the other person feels important. Now, in many cases when I've worked with coaches in the past, they have done this to me, and we have had that 10 minutes of small talk. But the issue is really when I remember working with someone when I'm paying well over $100 per hour of their time, and the first 10 minutes of the call is small talk, which I understand why they do it and from their perspective. However, I'm kind of paying for the small talk and I don't want to, because you're always looking at the clock, thinking, well, hang on, I'm paying $2 per minute here, and I've just spent $20 talking to you about my life and what I'm doing, and this is not that productive kind of thing. So if you want to operate on love and you are a service provider and you're doing coaching, course, consulting, whatever it is, that's one thing that you can do as an additional. And you would make it clear to them that if you're paying, if we have a 1 hour time slot for your call as part of the big package that you've invested in, that you can explain to them that you do want to get to know them more as a person, and so we will have the small talk and whatnot, but the actual call doesn't start until you finished it, would be one way to do it. So I hope that makes sense, because I'm just kind of trying to talk through the idea in my own head here a little bit as well, and give you a practical way to do it. Also, if you're having a meeting with your team, you could always allocate a little bit of time at the start of the call to interact with people one-on-one. Especially if it's a small team, you could do, ask them for feedback and whatever it is, and then implement it. I hope this makes sense. If not, no one's watching, so I'm not really too bothered. That's all. See you next time.